Hey guys, it's a market update. I don't think we're finished for this breakout. Each of the breakouts that we've had in this bull market, from the resistance level as we break out, has lasted around about 6 weeks or so. We're in week 2, and my target is still this kind of 130 level. Just because this is an inverse head and shoulders, you could also say it's a cup and handle, but essentially the low to the breakout level, that would see us maybe reaching up into 130, something like that. Do we get there or not? I don't think it matters short term, right? But second week of a breakout, some profit taking, and then we go again. I think that's probably the most likely thing. But I want to talk about an error that we all make, including myself too often, which is to constantly think about the dollar price. Because this breakout isn't so much Bitcoin strength, but actually dollar weakness and Bitcoin having to price that in. So I'll show you that data right here. If you do trade crypto, check out the link to Bybit down below. If you click that and sign up, make a deposit, they'll give you a deposit bonus to trade with all the way up to $30,000. I trade on Bybit all the time. Not only can you trade crypto now, but also TradFi stuff like gold, oil, and I think some stocks on Bybit as well. So they're fully compliant in the EU now as well, fully regulated. So if you want to trade on there, check out that link. But 118,000 that we're trading at now, 125, 130,000. It's not actually that important. This is the big mistake, is that always focusing on the dollar price isn't really that relevant. What we've had recently is a bout of dollar weakness. And that dollar weakness means that the dollar weakens versus assets. Assets are at all-time highs, right? The stock market, S&P, NASDAQ, Bitcoin, all-time highs. But if we actually look at what Bitcoin is trading at in other assets, I still think that you would actually expect a bigger breakout than this versus those, not dollars. Now, if you're trading short term, you have to focus on the dollar price. If you're trading versus dollars, then you are actually trading dollars. You're not trading Bitcoin. You're trading the dollar cycle and the dollar debasement cycle, the dollar weakness cycle, and we're winning if you're long BTC, right? I've got trades on. I'm not going to get out of them here because I still think the dollar has a way to go in terms of its weakness this cycle. Right, so if you're trading, yes, versus dollars, you have to focus on dollars. But if we focus on other assets, Bitcoin still has a way to go. A lot of people are asking at 120,000, what should we do here, right? Because I want to buy some, but now we're in price discovery. We've never seen these prices before. It feels expensive, right? But it's not actually expensive if you look at other asset classes versus BTC. 120,000 is just pricing in some dollar weakness. I don't think that we stop here. Yes, it's going to be volatile, but towards the end of this cycle, I think we get into this red box. And that's because I believe, and the Trump admin's policy specifically, is to weaken the dollar and get manufacturing back in the States. If you have a weaker dollar, that means asset prices go up when valued in the dollar. I don't think we're stopping here. I think this is only, kind of part of that move. And so I want to see it up here versus dollars. If you want this chart as well, just come and ask me in the Discord server. If you're in the crypto course, just come and ask me and I'll post this here. People ask me all the time for this and I just post it for them. This is my very long-term chart and analysis that goes over until about 2030, what I think the price will do. Yes, we're at an all-time high in dollars. However, this is Bitcoin versus the euro, right? Another fantastically strong currency that everyone loves. Not, right? But we're not at an all-time high yet. We touched an all-time high back in January this year, and we're not quite there yet, right? So versus the euro, we haven't really broken out yet. And I would suggest that Bitcoin is a lot stronger than the euro over time. In fact, if you look at the uptrend here, it's pretty clear what Bitcoin is doing versus the euro. Haven't broken out yet. So what we're seeing is potentially dollar weakness and not a big, huge breakout in BTC. If you look at BTC versus gold, which I would suggest also is probably the thing to actually be comparing it against, right? We're not breaking out yet. Now, this again is a huge uptrend, and you would suggest that we start to break out at some point, but we haven't broken out yet. And so I think that's really important if you're thinking about selling or taking profits, or if you think Bitcoin is priced quite expensively versus what, right? 120K USD, USD is pretty weak, right? So if you've got USD, 120,000 is an all-time high in USD, not versus other assets. So I would suggest this uptrend continues. Now, if we get a big breakout versus gold, or a big breakout versus the Mag 7, this is Bitcoin versus the Mag 7, again, look, not an all-time high. Once we get a few big breakouts here, this cycle, then you can start to say, hey, do I want to maybe sell down or buy some other things, right? But we haven't really broken out yet. So this 120K, this is dollar weakness. This is dollar weakness. Bitcoin is doing its thing. It's performing okay, but it could perform way better. right? It could have a much bigger move before we actually start to think, wow, that is something where we've had that big breakout move, versus these other assets. And then Bitcoin usually starts to, falter and top out once it's had a big breakout, but we haven't had it yet. So I think there's still a long way to go for this cycle because, look at the uptrends, right? And we're not breaking out yet. So there could be another big move to come. So my trades are still in. I think the dollar will still weaken. I think we go into this red box. So patience and just knowing that 120K kind of feels like a lot, but it could go a lot more than this. What we're really looking at then at the moment is dollar weakness, and that is a specific policy aim of the current US admin. Other currencies are weak compared to Bitcoin over time, but Bitcoin hasn't broken out to an all-time high against the dollar. It hasn't broken out to an all-time high against gold. Bitcoin usually does. Bitcoin simply has higher growth rates than other asset classes. And so if you're looking at gold and Bitcoin here in 2025 around the same performance, that suggests to me that Bitcoin should have like a big move. We're in a bull market, right? Bitcoin is having huge amounts of inflows in comparison to its market cap from buyers, from the ETFs, from all of the treasury companies. So a typical bull market would see much bigger outperformance of Bitcoin versus other asset classes, right? So you're looking at, let's say, the NASDAQ index, typically 18% in terms of performance. Bitcoin, you'd be looking at 50, 80, 100% or more, right? And so it's up 25% this year. We could go a lot higher. So I wouldn't be, if you're taking profits in Bitcoin, what are you taking it to? Maybe you've made good dollar gains, which is totally fine. Maybe you're buying some things that make your life better. But trading out, what are you going to trade into, right? Unless you've got stuff you want to buy, what would you trade into? Trade into gold? Bitcoin should massively outperform gold here. It should go much higher versus these assets as well. So, the real Bitcoin kind of breakout hasn't really happened yet. So I want to wait for that. So what we're also seeing in 2025 is every single asset class is green. Every single one is higher, including commodities, which actually go down in value over time. Hence the name, right? An undesirable, abundant thing doesn't go up in value. It's up in value this year. It's dollar debasement, right? You're valuing everything in dollars. We're seeing a dollar debasement cycle happen. And the treasury and this admin is doing that, right? And so that's what we're seeing. It could go a lot more than this, right? It carries on. They're not going to stop, are they? They're going to keep pushing it. They're going to deregulate banks. They're going to try and create currency from the commercial banks, give them more exposure to taking risk, right? Reduce some of the capital ratios that they need to hold. It's all here. It's all coming, right? We're not finished yet. This as well, going through the crypto week this week. The main thing for Congress and the Treasury is they need buyers for their debt. They're not going to stop creating debt. They don't really want to pay it off. They just want to debase the amount of debt versus GDP and the price level. That's different than paying off the debt, right? They don't want to reduce the amount of currency. These guys, their thing is the currency, right? That's how they control everything. That's how they have complete kind of coercive control over the economy. That's their currency. So what do they want? They want more of it, and they want to find buyers. And stablecoins are the new buyers. They are the new buyer in size of US debt. And so they're going to pass this. This is the Genius Act. It's going to pass Congress this week. It will be signed off because it is a new source of demand for dollars, and it's a new source of demand for debt, which they can just proliferate around the world. Instead of having to go through central banks of other nations who obviously have their own thoughts about it, and they don't want to get stuffed with too much debt. Like China's actually trying to sell down some because they know it's not valuable over time, like gets debased. This is bypassing all of those central banks and proliferating it directly into the smartphones and wallets of people around the world who demand dollars to trade. It's going to go from 140 billion circulation to 4 trillion. That's what the Treasury says. This is like Christmas and New Year and every other celebration all wrapped into one for Congress. We're going to get multiple trillions worth of new demand for our debt that we can just smash around the world. I mean, they're licking their lips, right? This is amazing for them. So of course they're going to pass this, and they're going to let banks get in on the act, and they're going to reduce the capital ratio so that the banks can take some of those dollars and force them out into the market, buy bonds, and that's going to be the new buyer of their debt. And that's going to force liquidity into markets, which is going to push asset prices higher. So this is all to come. You can see it. I think with Bitcoin, it's so obvious. Things happen way slower than people expect. The Bitcoin price moves 10, 20% and people get excited about that. But these small steps that we can see ahead, this whole entire cycle, everything's been very, very slow but consistent. I remember making videos when the Grayscale fund actually won the court case to say that they could convert the Grayscale fund into an ETF. And it was so obvious that the ETF was coming, and then BlackRock applied, and then Fidelity applied, and it's like, well, those guys aren't going to apply it unless it's a done deal. And you could just see it happening, and the Bitcoin price was like 20, 25K. Now we're at over 100. Everything just happens so slowly and so consistently and very obviously, but it just happens slowly and you can see it. So this is still happening, right? They will pass this. They will put trillions upon trillions of dollars of money into stablecoins. This is going to increase liquidity. This is going to increase asset prices, especially Bitcoin, this digital currency, right? The Genius Act will pass. 3.7 trillion is 13% of M3. They are going to proliferate the dollar around to countries directly to people rather than through the central banks, which is obviously more power and control for the US as well. So that's why they're going to pass this into law. Everything screams that the dollar is going to be debased, assets will go higher, and the digitization of currency is obviously going to benefit Bitcoin as well, right? If you trade BTC, you can check out Bybit down below. Just make a deposit on there via that link. They'll give you a bonus to trade with. I'm James, this is MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.